nice. Welcome. Please
Hi.
take a seat.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know it's been raining kind of a lot today. Have you been able to keep yourself dry?
Yes, luckily this is the last thing I have to do outside today, so I think we should be good.
Okay, that's great. Hopefully it stops raining a little bit though, so you can make it home safely. I know that, Kingsville gets kind of flooded easily.
It really does, but good thing it hasn't been too bad today.
Yeah, of course. So before we do begin, I just wanted to let you know that my name is Aleda Sanchez, but you can just call me Aleda. I do have you written down as Rebecca Alanis. Did you have any specific way that you wanted me to address you or something?
No, Rebecca's fine.
Okay, so Rebecca, before we begin, I just wanted to ask, have you ever worked with a social worker before?
Yes, I have, on and off because of my current living situation.
Okay, so some of the things that I'm about to tell you will be kind of a refresher, but essentially I am going to be your social worker, and what that means is that I'm going to be working with you to help kind of pinpoint some problems that you may be having in your life, and we're going to be working together to kind of solve those problems and help you reach your end goals. I do want to kind of stress that we are going to be working together as a team. And so what that means is that I'm going to be having some goals that I need to accomplish, and you're going to be having your separate goals that you need to accomplish. And then every time we come back for a meeting, we're just kind of going to go over that and then see if we see anything that's been kind of hindering your progress or helping actually accelerate you further. So did you have any questions regarding that, or did that sound all good?
No, I think that's fine. I think that sounded great.
Okay, so before we begin, I do want to touch topic on one thing, and that is going to be my confidentiality policy. So essentially what that means is that everything you say here will be confidential. It'll be just between you and me. I'm not going to be telling my coworkers any of this, or I'm not going to be telling your friends, your family, or my boss. But I do have some exceptions to this rule, and that is going to be if you do disclose that you are going to be hurting yourself, if you're going to be hurting somebody else, if somebody is hurting you, or if a crime is going to be committed. Those 4 instances are going to be the only times where I do need to tell my supervisor and let the necessary authority know. But besides that, everything you say here will remain private, and the only reason this rule is set in place to kind of help protect you and those around you. So I know I kind of threw a lot of information at you. Do you have any questions before we start?
No, I think you made everything pretty clear.
Okay, great. So now we can begin. So Rebecca, would you mind telling me a little bit about what brought you in here today?
Well, yeah, recently I've been feeling really funny and kind of off. I haven't been able to wake up. Well, I've been able to wake up, but I haven't been able to keep myself awake. I always just want to go to sleep. I just really don't know what's wrong.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like you've been feeling off recently and you're determined to kind of find the root of the problem to fix this?
Yes, honestly, I used to do cocaine a lot. And recently I haven't been hitting a pipe for a week. I tried to quit cold turkey.
Okay.
Well, so that's really one of the big reasons why I'm here. It's because I just been smoking because I've been stressed, and my relationship with my parents hasn't really been the best. I haven't spoken to them for about 20 years, and I try to contact them, but they shut me down and they just don't want to talk to me.
Okay, it seems that you feel hurt because your parents are trying to separate themselves from you, even though you tried to initiate that contact again. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's it. I've been homeless since I was 20, so I haven't lived with my parents. They kind of kicked me out, and it's just because I used to steal from them, but obviously it was my addiction. It wasn't my fault, and they won't believe that I want to change anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that, Rebecca, but do you currently have a place to stay?
Yes, actually, I'm staying in this sober living place downtown, and it's not too bad.
Okay, that's really great. I'm so glad that you have a safe place to stay. It seems that though you feel troubled by your past actions that have kind of made you distant from your parents, but it seems that you are kind of making that effort and that you're determined to kind of heal that relationship and make a positive change in your life.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I'm here. I want to turn my life around. I really want to find a job, find a way to support myself. I just want to hopefully get a place to myself as well.
Well, that's really great. It sounds like you're committed to making that kind of positive change in your life.
Well, thanks.
Okay, so do you mind me asking how long have you been out of work?
Roughly about 2 years.
Okay.
Well, I've just been thinking of also going back to college, but I'm not sure.
Okay, do you mind elaborating a little bit about what makes you so hesitant to go back to college?
I just don't know. Like I barely completed high school. Like I partied a lot in college, and I just decided to drop out. It was a hard time to like get up in the morning and like motivate myself to like do my work. And then I finally like just gave up. Like I just didn't see like it was right. I felt dumb, so it just seemed like I partied all the time, and I wasn't able to do it. So I regularly like now just don't do anything.
Okay, so listening to you, it seems that you feel kind of hesitant to go back to college because you don't really know if you're going to be able to keep up with that kind of demanding college lifestyle.
Yeah, I just don't want to let myself down. Like, I don't want to believe that I can't do it.
Okay, well, actually, that's a very common feeling, Rebecca. So just, I want you to know that you're not alone in that. But it seems that you're very dedicated to making that leap into making that positive change in your life, from simply finding a place to stay to being able to quit smoking as of right now and even coming to this meeting right now. That really shows that you're dedicated. So that's such a great thing.
Well, yeah, thank you.
So Rebecca, did you know if you wanted to look for a full-time job or a part-time job?
I'm looking for more of like a full-time job.
Okay.
I hopefully want to get a full-time job just so I can like set aside money and start saving.
Okay, so it seems like making that money is going to be, and saving it's going to be really important to you.
Well, yes, it is. I want to try to be like fully independent.
Okay, well that sounds like a really great plan. So Rebecca, unfortunately we are out of time. I'm so sorry. But I feel like we've covered a lot, from you wanting to find a new job to being able to want to leap out and go back into that college lifestyle. So before we head off into our next session, I do want you to kind of go home and think about, any new jobs that you might want to take on. Have you seen anything that you really would like to try or to make your future career? I also want you to kind of think about, your new college major, to see what you would like to enroll in, just so we can start that enrollment process and to get kind of started on that necessary paperwork that you might need to do.
Okay, so like how much work should I bring in the next time?
Actually, you don't really need to bring in any work. It's just going to be mainly ideas. We just kind of wanted to start that shift in your focus and to kind of just get you into that right mind space to kind of find out what you do want to start studying in college to maybe help you be able to start that future career.
Okay, well, that sounds great.
Okay, well, that is basically it for today. Thank you so much, Rebecca. It's been such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for all you've done.
Have a nice day, Rebecca.
Yes, goodbye.
Bye.